Behind every illness, there is a soul to look forward to. The first thing we have to realize is that each of us is healthy because health is what the body is meant to be. This is a very important and powerful realization. The kind of belief system you have is the kind of body you have, the kind of belief system you have is the kind of health and life you have. Buddhists say that faith is the source of the path and the mother of merit. Who do you believe in? A lot of people say they believe in themselves. What is the key to believing in yourself? Believe in your own self-sufficiency. In terms of health, I am healthy. In terms of relationships, I am harmonious. In terms of wealth, I am abundant. Our essence is the same undifferentiated self-nature. The self is what everyone has, exactly the same, with no difference between high and low. This true self does not get sick, does not get uncomfortable, it is pure and transparent, an eternal being that does not increase, does not decrease, and is not limited. But we have forgotten it. Sickness is the messenger that brings us back inside, back to ourself. Behind every illness there is an unfulfilled expectation of the soul, and behind every illness there is a gift from the divine. Just like there is a child who has managed to create the disease of cold and fever so that his mother can stay away from work and stay with him. Because of his belief system, whenever I am sick, my mother will be with me. This is his belief system that makes his little universe support him unconditionally. You declare what you are and the universe is responsible for manifesting it. The universe is not good or bad, right or wrong. As long as it is what you want to experience, what you declare, it will support you unconditionally. Therefore, illness is actually something we want, it is an expression of our subconscious. When you are sick, it is a reminder from the universe that you may be going in the wrong direction. At this point, stop and look at where you are and become clear about your location, direction, and destination. Clarify what kind of transportation you are choosing in the process of reaching your goal. Listening to the voice of the body, reading the expression of the body, and fulfilling the longing and expectation of the body is the true homecoming. With the connection to the body there is a real root and foundation to nourish ourselves. It is through the body that we experience and feel life. This is the same no matter who you are, from birth to death. You create the same material, you cannot take away, you can only take away feelings and experiences. Disease is just an experience, and when we see the expectation of the soul behind the disease and fulfill it, the disease loses its meaning of existence. And the real answer is within. We just have to stop and really see ourselves, to see the true desires of our own soul. Loving ourselves is the answer to everything. How do you know what your expectations and desires are? How do you know what your body is saying and expressing if you never listen to your inner voice? How can you feel the state of your internal organs if you never love yourself? We can't give what we don't have. All the discomfort is waking you up to return. Returning to the body, returning to the heart, is really coming home. It is illegal to seek outside the body, it is only by returning to the body that you can get the wisdom of the body, it is by cherishing yourself that you realize you have true compassion, and until you are compassionate with your own body you cannot be compassionate with other people's bodies. Only then will you have the feeling of oneness with all things. Clarity of self, awakening of the body when we know with clarity and certainty what we want to be, what state of life we want to live in, and take full responsibility for it, anchored at all times in the state of life we want to be in, we become masters of the healing of life. Every moment becomes easier when the heart is anchored in peace, love, joy, and freedom, whether it is health, relationships, or wealth. You may ask, what is love? Love is not a concept, it is an event. We must allow love to happen within and expand and flow from the feelings of the heart so that those around us experience this flow of love, like the sun, without manifestation, without expression, but all recognize it. Then you become love itself. And love is the most natural frequency of healing, and it automatically puts everything back in its place so that not only do you not get sick but everything around you is cleansed and healed. This is when we unlock our innate ability to cleanse ourselves and heal others. The Creator has given us life and the ability to solve every problem in life. We just have to discover, awaken, activate and turn it on. Our bodies have memories that record not only our present life but also the distant past. Everything in the universe is in our body and DNA, so we are called a small universe. All the material appearances on the outside are just manifestations of what is inside us. There are rivers outside and blood inside, mountains outside and bones inside. So the body is our teacher. Since we are beings made up of the harmony of yin and yang, the body naturally has a yin side and a yang side. Yin, which is invisible and intangible, occupies no space but is full of space. Yang, which is visible and tangible, occupies space but is not full of space. The relationship between consciousness and matter, like the relationship between yin and yang, cannot exist in isolation. Because solitary yin cannot be born, solitary yang cannot grow, and yin and yang are rooted in each other. If you compare human consciousness to yin, and a tumor to yang, when the memory of the tumor is planted in the consciousness, the manifestation of the tumor will appear on the outside. When we talk about cause and effect, consciousness is the cause and the tumor is the effect. It is impossible for a person with a perfectly healthy consciousness to produce disease. So consciousness is very important for health. At the level of consciousness, we can improve the body by increasing our expanded consciousness. If we compare the body's chakras to bearings, when the frequency of vibration is raised, the burdens attached to them will automatically come off, and the body will feel light and free. On the other hand, it is also possible to work directly on the stuck points of the body, opening a door and cutting straight through, releasing the emotional body and naturally transforming the mental body. This makes the energy channels smooth and allows the flow of qi and blood to moisten the entire body. If the process of cultivation is to go from 0 to 100 steps, can you skip the process of 0 to 100 steps and go straight to it? Everyone has heard that the fourth dimension is direct. If we compare the source to 100, and the source is love, joy, and freedom, what are love, joy, and freedom? I say it's not really anything, it's a feeling, it's a realization. If we are the expression of love, joy, and freedom wherever we are, then we are four-dimensional, free and liberated beings. If we have that awareness, then our body is heaven. It is a bodily feeling and this feeling is an event and it is different because every body is aware of it differently. So truth can only be experienced, it cannot be taught. We have to experience our own truth, so truth is very individual. Find a quiet place where you can put down a yoga mat and lie down on the floor. Place your awareness in the heart chakra area and focus on the inhalation and exhalation of the nose. As the breath goes from slow to fast, the body reacts, some to the neck, some to the back, some to the chest. As the energy hits the body, the energy channels will be flushed open and the body will be like a champagne bottle that has been opened. At this point you may want to scream or cry, allow it. The energy will leave wrapped in a stripped load. Whatever you experience at this point is normal. This is the energy opening the memory of the body, just let it flow through. This method clears the body of deep fears and identifies where the body is blocked. Because the abdomen stores the deep fears on our unconscious level. This is when the body automatically transforms and further brings about the transformation of the mind-body. The body has its own rhythms and so does the so-called Tao of nature. We just allow the energy channels to flow and bring everything back to its proper place, then the body will repair itself naturally and health comes easily and effortlessly. Next, a quieter method, touching the body with the hands. This is because the human body is a combination of the mind, the abdominal brain, and the skin brain. Touching others will be more powerful, and you will open the channels that connect to the emotions more quickly. Through the touch of your hands, you feel the other person's state, temperature, softness, receptivity, tension or relaxation, his mind and emotions, even what he is thinking. It's an infinite field. You can explore it to your heart's content. If you don't have feelings, then when you put your hands on someone else, you have to bring your attention back to yourself to illuminate where your awareness is, and use this exercise to bring you back into awareness. No one actually has no senses. Our senses have simply been numbed by chronic fear trauma, so that we are unable to feel the beauty and love of life, the meaning and value of its existence. What we need to do is complete the restoration of our ability to perceive our senses so that we can smoothly receive and release the transmission and flow of love in all things. In this way, our self-nature can be brought into bloom.